Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cambridge English Walking Podcast. Today is a very special episode. I finally traveled to London, and I am walking right now with a wonderful guest.
Hi, friends. I am Victoria, and I am so happy you are here with us today. It is great to finally record a podcast together in person. But Slava, you just had a very long train journey from Cambridge to London. Tell me honestly, are you feeling hungry right now?
Oh, Victoria, I am absolutely starving. Starving is a fantastic B1 word for our listeners. It means I'm extremely hungry. I only had a tiny cup of coffee on the train, so yes, I am completely ready to walk around Chinatown, peek into the restaurant windows, and read every single menu we see.
That is the perfect plan. I am ready to hunt for some delicious food with you. But before we begin, let's give our listeners a quick tip. You do not have to look at your screen all the time today. If you want, you can just put your phone in your pocket, relax, and simply listen to our voices while you walk or travel.
Exactly. Let your ears do the learning. And today, our topic is delicious, literally. We're walking through the busy streets of Chinatown in central London, and we're going to talk about something we all love, food. Food connects people, it brings comfort, and it's the best topic for learning English.
The smells around us right now are absolutely amazing. I can smell fried rice, garlic, and sweet sauce. It makes me even more starving. But Slava, let's start simple. Let's talk about morning routines first. What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Oh, breakfast. To be honest, when I was a student, I used to skip breakfast almost every day. I was always late for my classes. But now, I usually eat toast with butter and a cup of hot black coffee.
That sounds classic. By the way, listeners, I usually eat is a great phrase for your daily habits. Try saying it with us out loud. I usually eat bread, or I usually drink coffee. It's simple and natural English. What about you, Victoria? What do you usually eat?
I usually eat oatmeal with fruits, or sometimes scrambled eggs. It's easy and healthy. But if I'm in a big hurry, I just grab a banana on my way to work.
Grab something on the way. That's a fantastic conversational phrase. It means you take food quickly because you don't have time to sit down. Like, I grab a coffee on the way to the train station.
Slava, look at this restaurant on our right. The red lanterns are so beautiful. And look, there's a big menu in the window. Let's talk about something everyone loves, eating out. I love the feeling when you open a menu and see so many choices. Me too. Let's look at this menu together. Usually, a restaurant menu has three main sections. First, you have the starters. A starter is a small dish you eat before the main meal, like spring rolls or a small bowl of soup.
Exactly. Then you have the main course, which is the biggest and most important part of the meal. And finally, the best part, dessert, which is something sweet at the end.
Yes, looking at menus is fun. But for many English learners, ordering food in a restaurant can be very stressful, right? You sit there looking at the waiter thinking, how do I say this politely without making a grammar mistake?
Totally. But please remember, you do not need perfect grammar to order food. You just need a few polite phrases. When you want to order, always use the phrase, I'd like. For example, I'd like a salad, please.
Exactly. Or you can say, can I have the fried noodles, please? It is very natural. And if you are not sure what to choose from the menu, you can look at the waiter and ask, what do you recommend?
Oh, what do you recommend is a brilliant question. It sounds friendly, and it helps you try the best dish in the restaurant. Let's pretend we are inside one of these beautiful Chinese restaurants right now.
Great idea. Okay, I'm the starving customer and you are the waitress. Ready?
Good evening, sir. Welcome to our restaurant. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes to look at the menu?
Yes, I am ready. For my starter, I'd like a bowl of hot soup. And for my main course, can I have some sweet and sour chicken, please?
Excellent choices, sir. Would you like anything to drink with your meal?
Yes, can I have a glass of green tea, please? Thank you so much.
See? That is how easy it can be. Just a few polite phrases, and you can order food safely anywhere in the world. And notice that I asked, would you like anything to drink?
Yes, would you like is much softer and more polite than saying, do you want? It is the perfect phrase for restaurants or any formal situations.
But you know, Slava, sometimes menus in foreign countries are very confusing. I remember my first time in an Asian restaurant. I did not understand the English menu at all.
Oh no! What did you do? Did you order randomly?
I just opened the menu, pointed my finger at a beautiful picture of food, and said, "I'd like this one, please." Sometimes pictures save us.
And that is totally fine. Confidence is much more important than perfection. Even if your English isn't perfect, people will always understand your smile and your effort.
Speaking of food pictures, Slava, what kind of food do you prefer in general? Are you into healthy food, or do you love junk food?
Ah, the big question. Let's explain these words first for our listeners. Healthy food means food that is good for your body, like fresh vegetables, fruits, and fish.
And junk food means food that is very tasty, but not so good for your health. Things like burgers, fried potatoes, or sweet soda.
Honestly, Victoria, I try to eat healthy most days, but sometimes a big hot pizza just calls my name.
That's exactly like me. It's all about balance. You can say, I try to eat healthy, but sometimes I eat junk food. We're only human, right?
Exactly. And sometimes you just have a craving. Cravings. That's a brilliant word. When you suddenly need to eat something specific right now and you can't stop thinking about it.
Yes. For example, sometimes I crave chocolate late at night. I have a massive sweet tooth.
A sweet tooth. Let's explain that idiom. If you have a sweet tooth, it means you really love sweet food, like desserts, chocolate cakes, and candy.
What about you, Slava? Do you have a sweet tooth, or do you prefer something different? Look at these Chinese restaurants around us. They have so many spicy dishes.
I definitely prefer spicy food. I love dishes with a kick. With a kick is a fantastic English idiom. It means the food has a strong, spicy flavor that wakes you up.
So we have sweet tooth, cravings, and food with a kick. Our listeners are learning so much today. Let's keep walking through Chinatown and see what else we can find on these menus.
Welcome back to the second part of our London Walking podcast, everyone. Victoria, look over there. Look at that huge line of people standing on the street. They're buying noodles from a tiny street food window. It smells absolutely incredible. I think I want to buy some food right there and eat it standing up.
I see it, Slava. It smells good, yes. But to be honest, I really do not like eating on the street. If we are in Chinatown, I want to go inside a nice, quiet restaurant, sit down at a real table, and eat slowly.
Oh, really? We have a disagreement. Let's talk about this with our listeners. This is a great topic. Street food versus sit-down restaurants. I personally think street food is the absolute best way to taste real, authentic culture.
But Slava, eating on the street is so uncomfortable. You have to hold your hot paper box in one hand, your fork in the other hand, and people are pushing you. I prefer a sit-down restaurant. That is a great phrase, listeners. A sit-down restaurant is a place where a waiter brings you a menu and real plates.
Yes, restaurants are comfortable, but street food has a special energy. You can watch the chef cooking your food right in front of your eyes. You hear the fire, you see the smoke, and the best part? You can eat on the go.
On the go. That is a very useful English idiom. It means you do something while you are walking or traveling without stopping. Like, I always eat my breakfast on the go. But Slava, food is not a race. You should not rush.
But sometimes eating on the go is fun. It's cheaper, it's fast, and you can continue exploring the city. You don't lose 2 hours sitting in one room.
I completely disagree. Sitting in a restaurant is an experience. It's about the atmosphere. You sit down, you listen to quiet music, you take your time, and you actually talk to your friends. When you eat street food, you're just putting fuel in your body. When you eat in a restaurant, you are feeding your soul.
Okay, Victoria. Feeding your soul is a beautiful way to say it. You win this round. But, if we really want to talk about feeding the soul, neither street food nor restaurants are the best. The absolute best food in the world is cooked at home.
Oh, absolutely. Home cooking is my happy place. Do you actually cook at home, Slava?
I do. I really enjoy making food at home, especially pasta. It's easy and colorful. But there's one big problem. When I cook, I always make a terrible mess. My kitchen looks like a food explosion.
That is a brilliant phrase for our listeners. To make a mess. It means your room or your kitchen is very untidy and dirty. So if you like cooking, you can say, I love cooking, but I always make a mess. Don't worry, Slava. Making a mess is part of the fun.
Exactly. And Victoria, what is your absolute favorite ingredient when you cook? Let's explain the word ingredient. An ingredient is one of the things you use to make a dish, like tomatoes, salt, or meat.
Combo parkour. Garlic. Always garlic. It makes absolutely everything taste better. Garlic and a little bit of butter. That is pure magic in the kitchen.
I agree completely. Garlic gives food such a strong flavor. Flavor means the special quality of the food. And I also love foods that are crunchy.
Crunchy. What a fantastic, fun word. Crunchy means something that makes a loud, satisfying noise when you bite it, like fried chicken or fresh carrots or potato chips. Synonyms for crunchy are crispy and crackly.
Listeners, say it out loud with us right now. Crunchy, crispy, crackly. Excellent pronunciation. You are doing amazing today.
You know, Slava, walking here in Chinatown, smelling all this amazing food, it reminds me of something very important. Food is not just about eating, it is about stories. Every single meal has a memory.
Oh yes, like the soup your mother made when you were sick, or the smell of fresh bread from your local bakery.
Exactly. When I was a kid, my grandmother made a big pot of soup every Sunday. The smell filled the whole house. It was so cozy.
That is beautiful. You can say, this dish reminds me of my childhood. Let's repeat it together, everyone. This dish reminds me of my childhood. Excellent.
Or if you want to sound even more natural, you can say, this brings back memories. Food brings emotions, and emotions make learning English much easier.
Absolutely. Okay, let's make things even more interesting for our listeners. English is full of idioms related to food. Can we teach them a few of the best ones?
Sure, let's make it tasty. Idiom number 1, a piece of cake. This means something is extremely easy to do. For example, don't worry about the exam. It will be a piece of cake.
I love that one. Okay, idiom number 2, spill the beans. Beans are a type of food, but this idiom means to tell a secret. Like, come on, spill the beans. What did your boss tell you yesterday?
Perfect. And idiom number 3, bread and butter. This means your main job or your main source of income. Like, I like painting, but teaching English is my bread and butter.
Nicely done. Idioms make your English sound so natural and fluent. If you use spill the beans or piece of cake in a conversation, native speakers will be very impressed.
We're almost at the end of Chinatown now, Slava. You know, another thing I love about sit-down restaurants and home cooking is how people share food.
Food can teach us a lot about culture.
That is so true. In some countries, people share big dishes in the middle of the table. In others, everyone has their own private plate. Sharing food is how people show love, respect, and friendship.
Exactly. And sharing food connects people, just like learning English connects hearts across the world. Let's teach a few nice English expressions about sharing food with friends.
Great idea! If you invite friends for dinner to your house, you can say, "Help yourself." It means you can take food without asking, like, "Help yourself to some hot chicken."
And the phrase dig in means let's start eating right now. It's very friendly and informal. Another excellent phrase is make yourself at home. It means relax, be comfortable, and enjoy.
So next time you have guests from another country, you can smile and say, "Come in, make yourself at home, and dig in." It feels so warm and welcoming.
Well, Slava, we have argued about street food and restaurants, we've talked about garlic and making a mess, and I'm officially starving. I think we need to stop walking and finally eat something.
Me too, I surrender. Let's go to a sit-down restaurant, Victoria. You win. But before we go, we have a little homework challenge for everyone listening.
Yes, tonight take a beautiful picture of your dinner and write one single sentence in English in the comments below. What did you eat today? Is it crunchy, spicy, or sweet? Did you eat on the go or make a mess in the kitchen?
We'll read your sentences, put a big like on them, and reply to you. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Even one phrase a day makes your English stronger.
Thank you for walking with us through London today, friends. Keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Eat well, smile often, and speak bravely. See you next time, everyone. Bye.